Hello everyone.
Hello.
So as I'm beginning my speech, I need to tell you my secret. I am a flashlight geek, and I collect LED flashlights. So those are kinds of flashlights. So from these like small ones, these are kind of brighter. So the term LED stands for light emitting diode, and it has several advantages over incandescent bulb, which are kinds of bulb that actually burn a wire to produce light. And LED converts electricity into light very efficiently with up to 90% of less energy, and thus with much less heat. And it has also long life of about 50,000 hours, which can mean you would most likely never need to replace the bulb for entire life if you have one flashlight, LED flashlights. And LED also has great visibility, so more and more LEDs are used for such as traffic lights and tail lights of cars. Now, please note that I mentioned particularly LED flashlights because they are major and more advanced today, and I collect them. But basically, what I'll be talking about is generally flashlights, so it's fine if it's bright enough. So, as a flashlight geek, I'd like to tell you how flashlights are useful and what we can use them for. First of all, we know we need light to see things, as we can't do as many activities in evening. But you may say, yeah, we have lights at home in cities, so we don't need flashlights. But please imagine a situation when you're walking from a bus stop or taking a dog for a walk in the evening. It can be dangerous, as strangers might be hiding and attack you, or you may walk over a dog's waist. Even not for those situations, keeping a flashlight on while you are outside with you is a nice idea, for you can let drivers notice where you are. Now we see we need light, we need a flashlight, especially when we are out in evening. But also at urgent situations like when earthquake occurs and blackout happens, everything may be dark out of sudden. And if you don't have flashlight, only light you would have will be your mobile phone's screen or your mobile phone's camera's flashlight. But they are not enough to look distant away from you. So also, preparing some flashlights at the home is important besides carrying some flashlights with you. For instance, in last March, when we had blackouts at my house, I gave all my 5 flashlights to each of my family, and we had no problem moving around the house and cooking dinner and eating it. And another use of flashlight is for self-defense. Really bright flash, like this flashlight or camera strobe, can make you blind for some seconds. And it can also make you disoriented. According to Japan's Metropolitan Police Department, taking back snatching in last year as an example, 92% of the victims were women, and about 60% of the cases happened between 6 in evening and 2 in night. So here's an example situation, especially for women. So you're walking down the street alone and in the evening, and some stranger follows after you, and you don't have a flashlight, and you'll be scared. So, but if you have a flashlight, you can point it to his face, and while he's blind, you can escape. So carrying a knife would be most likely illegal in Japan, but carrying some flashlight in the bag is not illegal. So it's an easy way to protect yourself, especially for women. And you don't need any special skill to use flashlight. You just push the switch. I hope you now are a little bit interested more than before. And although you might not want to have as many flashlights as I have. And when you get home, here's my word: enjoy the darkness. Do you have any questions?
How many flashlights do you have?
Probably 7 or 8, including the small ones. Yeah. But this is the brightest one. Yes, 200 lumen, if you have any idea. It's just like as bright as some 50 motorbike headlight in darkness. Yeah, you can also focus really quickly. I like it. Yeah.
What is your fascinating point?
Hmm?
Your most favorite point?
Oh, flashlights. I really love it when you can see the beam in darkness. So you can see in this room, but if it's really dark, you can see the light. It is like a lightsaber. Yeah.
When did you start collect? When?
I remember, I think, when I was in junior high school. Yeah.
How much is the most expensive one? Do you have?
This one is the most expensive, but this was about 6,000 yen or 7,000. I don't remember, but
Is it more expensive than usual flashlight? Is it more expensive than usual
any.
flashlight? Yeah, not LED.
It can vary, but it can be even like $500 is 50,000 yen. Is not so expensive for really great military level lights. I like to get one of those someday. It's really bright, like 1,000 lumen, 2,000 lumen. It's big though. Thank you for listening.